Hi there guys, it's Rick here. Hope you're all doing extremely well out there. Excuse me, got something in my throat. I know I am doing extremely well, apart from this in my throat. Sorry about that. Today I'm going to talk about one very, very important thing that not a lot of people talk about, to be honest with you. I've seen very, very few videos on YouTube, especially about this element of playing any instrument. Actually, it's not just specifically for guitar players. This is any instrument, and that is being able to control tension, relaxation. It's extremely important in order to play the guitar effectively, and it's something that I practice on a daily basis, every single day. Before I start blasting into things, I'll make sure I'm dialing in just the right amount of tension that I need. And basically over the years I've kind of been able to find the sweet spot for that tension and dial it in relatively quickly. But still now, even after all these years, I still have to remind myself exactly what it is. So it's a constant thing, and it should be part of your practice routine every single day. If it isn't, it's highly advisable for you to start thinking about it now. So let me show you a fantastic tip in order to sort of gauge how much tension we need to create a good sounding note. I have discussed this before, but it's really, really important to keep going over this so that you implement it into your practice routine on a daily basis. So a lot of the time guitar players tend to use way too much tension in order to play, and most guys run out of steam pretty early, especially when it comes to playing something demanding. What happens is you'll tense up because the psychological element of playing something difficult can be hard to overcome, and as a result you tense up and completely screw the part up and lose control. And ideally we don't want that. We want to be in complete control over whatever we play, whether it's a slow tempo or fast tempo, whether we're playing something simple or something complex. We want to approach it in the same way. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you this little tip in order to gauge how much tension you're applying to the strings. So we're just going to play a normal G note on the bottom E string, 3rd fret. Okay, this is how you would play it normally. So what I want you to do is take a mental snapshot of how much pressure you're applying to the string to get that note to sound. Okay, got it? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in reverse. Well, not in reverse, but we're going to gradually play the string until we get just the right amount of tension needed in order to get a good sounding note. So no more and no less. Okay, so the way we do that is we hover over the 3rd fret and we just continually play with the picking hand and push down very gradually until we get just the right amount of tension needed to create a good note. So that is ideally the amount of tension that we want to kind of dial in, especially when we're warming into our guitar playing, when we're warming up. Now, if you're anything like me and 99.9% of players out there, you'll notice that there's a big difference between how you first played it and how you played it with this little exercise here. There's a lot of wasted tension there. So hopefully that's a bit of an eye-opener. And I use it every single day just to remind myself, because it's very easy to slip back into the old way of doing things and tensing up, way too much. We need to be in control of the tension, not the other way round. The tension shouldn't control us. So, okay, good. What we're going to do now is apply it to, I used kind of like a little practice warm-up pattern. I'll show you what the pattern is. I'm going to play it one of 3 ways. This is generally how I play my scales and arpeggios. So here's the pattern. Okay, firstly I'll pick every note. Then I will follow that with standard legato technique. So I will pick the first note on every new string, then hammer on and pull off the rest. Then I will do left hand only. So those are the 3 techniques, the main techniques that I use. So here I just picked every note. So if I do this pattern slowly, good. So when I'm playing this, I want to make sure, especially when I speed up, that I don't start applying excess tension in order to play the notes, because it's not needed. Okay, so to start with, we don't worry about speed. We work on controlling the amount of tension we're applying to the strings. Okay, that feels really good. I feel really in control there, because I feel completely and utterly relaxed with both the left and right hands. Okay, it feels very, very relaxed. Don't want to play it too fast. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with standard legato. So I'm going to pick, hammer, hammer, pick, pick, and then when descending, hammer from nowhere. Okay? Again, concentrating on not necessarily the notes that I'm playing at all, really. It's about controlling the tension and make sure I'm using the lightest touch possible. Notice how clean it is as well. No extraneous noise, strings ringing up. When I use the pick, when I'm using standard legato technique, I try and minimize the pick attack. So keep it really light. Again, nice and clean. So the final version is hammers only. Okay, that was all left hand, and again I'm concentrating on only applying just the right amount of tension. Okay, really, really important this. Again, notice how clean it sounds. No noise whatsoever. I've got a decent amount of gain. Okay, good. So we don't really want to necessarily concentrate on speed. That's not the point of this little lesson here. The point is, the thing that I want you to take away is being able to control the tension you apply when you're playing these exercises. This is just one kind of warm-up example of the kind of line that I use when I warm up. So you can apply this to anything. You can apply it to just a straight ahead minor pentatonic scale. But the key is, I'm doing all hammers here. Okay, the key is making sure the movement is nice and light. Like, I know as soon as I've dialed in that right amount of tension, it just feels perfect. You know, I'm so relaxed when I play, and it kind of feels like I can play anything when I've you know, I'm as relaxed as that. But obviously we need a certain amount of tension to play. That's common sense, but we've got to kind of balance it. It's about balancing it so that it becomes really, really effective for guitar playing. And you know, this isn't specific to guitar playing. Like I said before, you know, classical performers, classical instrumentalists use relaxation techniques all the time in order to perform. You know, when I was at music school, it was a huge part of development as a musician, as a classical instrumentalist. So relaxation technique, very important, and this is kind of like a relaxation technique, you know. Anyway, this is something I practice every single day, and something that I feel is often overlooked when it comes to guitar playing. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you did, click the like button. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.